What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to test Wong in PvP. And I gotta tell you guys, he's pretty damn disappointing. He's not very good in PvP because he just lacks in damage. It's a huge problem for him because this second skill really is his bread and butter when it comes to PvP. It gives him the counter attack. It actually has ignore iframe. It gives penetrate for everything. It removes active buffs. I mean, it has remove all debuff. I mean, it's a really good skill. The problem is it doesn't do any damage. Like, he pretty much just tickles everybody in PvP. And the biggest problem with Wong, unfortunately, is that his typing is the fact that he is a speed superhero. And when it comes to PvP, I mean, and I said this in the PvE video that I did of Wong, you got characters that are just better. Spider-Man is a better character all around, better for PvE and for PvP. And just knowing that, for a lot of players, they're just not going to want to level up Wong. Now, I mean, this build that I have on Wong isn't the greatest. I mean, he has, 36,000 physical attack, and you guys can look at the stats here. His stats here are pretty much maxed out for the most part. He just has, physical attack Urus on him. I didn't put any HP Urus on because I'm not going to use this guy for PvP, especially after I tested him, at least in time. Maybe in AC he'll do all right, but in timeline against the current meta, it just isn't going to happen, guys. I just got a stage 6 Power Ranger Hawk set, no artifact, and then I got a CTP of regeneration. And maybe he would do a lot better, like say if you had a reforged CTP of authority. I don't have any CTPs of authority, but maybe he would do a lot better to get that decreased damage received because he also dies very easy. I got a legendary uniform. I mean, he's got a good heal in his kit. I can find his heal. I think it's on a third skill. 20% recovery is a good heal, but the dude just, he doesn't do any damage. That's the biggest problem. So I'm going to use Colossus, and I'm going to use Ebony, and Ebony's going to give him that 40% increase of energy attack, and the damage to or the damage to universal types, and decreased damage received from use on reversal types, making Wong as tanky as possible. But I'm telling you guys, as you'll see, poor Wong here gets pretty much destroyed in no time. And I really think that even if I had HP Urus on him, yeah, it increases survivability a little bit, but I don't think it'd really make that big of a difference. I mean, he just, like Thanos, Spider-Man, like these characters just murder him. Watch, he'll hit his second skill. Like, he prioritizes the right skill, but he just doesn't do any damage. Like, he just tickles Thanos there. Just tickled him, right? He barely done anything at all. So we'll try another one here. Okay, we'll try this one here. Let's see how he does here. He's just, and like if you're going to compare, like say, Wong to someone like Spider-Man, then Spider-Man's always going to come out on top, right? It's kind of the thing. Like, they did a good job for the character in PvE. He's actually quite strong. There he hit his second skill and just tickled Sentry. Oh my God, we gotta win, we gotta win. Okay. He hits his second skill, right? He prioritized that second skill over and over, and he gets to win. Sentry really has become kind of like a punching bag for everybody. But then Thanos shows up and dead, right? And that's even with Ebony in there, with the decreased damage received from universal types and increased damage to universal types. Just really tough for old Wong, right? Really tough for him, And I tried we can try other leaderships, like instead of, because Wong, he is a physical attacking character. He doesn't benefit from the synergy attack. So, I mean, you could throw in a different leadership, like say Sentry, who actually, has the nice debuff leadership and increase all attack whenever the debuff is proc. And you could always try that as well to see how that would perform. And I did test that earlier, and it really didn't seem to be all that great. So here's a nice little test right here for old Wong, right? We got Warlock, we got Spider-Man, and unfortunately we got Thanos, and Thanos is probably just going to win immediately. Like I said, Sentry's just pretty much a punching bag. He really has fallen off the PvP meta quite a bit. And here you go, watch this. Like, if if he had something in his passive, like say like Spider-Man, where he got this big heal when he reaches a certain amount of HP, that would have helped him a lot for PvP. Something like that would have been really, really nice for the character. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Let's try this. No Thanos, right? No Thanos. Okay. My sentry just got his butt whooped. And my sentry is built for PvP. Wow. Old boy's got the reforge on him. Yeah, it's murder she wrote, my friends. It's murder she wrote. He just doesn't really get it done too well, guys. He really doesn't. This is Twilkin. So let me try using Ebony's leadership here. Put Ebony in there. And let me see if we can go against that same team and see if it's any better with Ebony in the leadership. Here we go. Same guy. Let's try this. I mean, from all the testing I've done, he isn't really too impressive, man. He really needs to do more damage and really needs a little bit better survivability tools in his kit as well. So, I mean, he hits that second skill over and over, and that's what annoys you the most. It's like, he hits that skill, and you're like, oh, come on. You know, get him. Now, I mean, he's surviving against Sentry right now, which is pretty cool. And he gets the kill, finally, right? So, I mean, he can take sentries out, right, as we've been seeing. But he has problems with pretty much a lot of the other characters, right? It's honestly impressive that he's staying alive as long as he is, considering I only have 14% HP on my account. Spider-Man's going to kill him. Yeah. And that's what happens every time that he faces Spider-Man. He just gets murdered. I mean, it's just... Spider-Man is just a better character, in all honesty. Like, in PvE or PvP, he's just a better character. So, I feel like a lot of people that already have Spider-Man or Hawkeye, even for a PvE, they're just going to be like, man, you know, Wong just don't really cut it. I mean, I think in AC, he'll be all right. Right? Pretty decent there. I mean, everybody's using Thanos. Okay, check this out. We got American Chavez. We got Molecule Man. Let's see how this goes. This will be interesting. It might have been better to use Sentry's leadership actually for this fight. Okay. His second skill takes out Molecule Man, which is good, but can he take out Wolverine? I mean, look at the damage, guys. He just doesn't do near enough damage. He hit the second skill. He just doesn't do it. That's a big problem for Wong. He just doesn't have the power and timeline to take down these characters with all that HP. It's extremely hard for him to do it. And it seems like no matter what team I throw in with him, it's always the same problem. He'll hit the second skill. He prioritizes it all the time, which he should, which is great. But it just doesn't do near enough damage. So I'm pretty disappointed with Wong in PvP. Still think he's a really solid PvE character, and I do plan on probably end up slapping a CTP of energy on him to see how high he can actually go. And by the way, guys, I did go ahead and use my tier 3 selector on Loki, which is pretty cool, guys. So if you want to see a video with Loki, or you want to see how well he can do in dispatch missions because he's an actual god there, I'll be happy to show you that. But let me know what y'all think about Wong and PvP, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GNG+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody.